What's up, movie crew? So I am uploading this video on November 30th. And November 30th would have been Kevin Conroy's 67th birthday. So I thought, in honor of his birthday, why not show off everything that I've got that has Kevin Conroy in it? Before I start, if you are new to this channel, my name is Luke, this is Let's Watch a Movie, and if you're in anything cinema and physical media related, you've come to the right place, so hit that subscribe button. But also, when I went through my stuff, I do own a movie that he cameos in, which is Yoga Hosers, directed by Kevin Smith. I cannot find that. I will say, not the best movie, and Kevin Smith has uploaded the cameo onto YouTube and Twitter, I believe. So there's also that. If you want to check it out, if I can find the right link, I will share the link. Anyway, 1991, we got Batman the Animated Series with Kevin Conroy voicing Batman himself. So we have all 4 volumes of Batman the Animated Series on DVD. And after years of speculation and dispute, we finally got it on Blu-ray. So, to anyone wondering why I still have the DVDs, that one I just feel a little sentimental towards and just can't part with them. And I saw plenty of unboxing videos for the special edition of this that featured the Funko Pops. And let me tell you something. Everyone had a messed up copy. So, no, we are not going to be, no, didn't get that one. I held off for this one to be released. In addition to the animated series being released, there were 3 movies that tied into Batman the Animated Series. We've got Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, and Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. As far as why I still have these 2, given that the animated series box set does feature both movies, I like the fact that I can just flip the back of this to make sure I'm watching all the episodes in the movie in the correct order. And these are just easier to grab off the shelf sometimes than the box itself, than having to open it, all that stuff. I just find it easier. After 109 episodes across Batman the Animated Series, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, and the new Batman Animated Series, the creators behind it went and made Superman the Animated Series. In this one, Kevin Conroy comes back for the 3-part episode World's Finest, where we get our first ever Batman-Superman crossover, as well as 2 additional episodes. The first one is where Brainiac takes over Bruce Wayne, and now Superman has to pretend to be Batman and help fight crime in Gotham, while also finding out what Bruce is doing with the mystery of his disappearance. The other episode features a rare artifact being put in a Metropolis museum, and Talia al Ghul comes to steal it, so Batman is in Metropolis. Those 3 episodes that made up World's Finest were eventually reworked as the Batman-Superman movie. I gotta say, when it goes to the more modern stuff, this is probably my favorite interaction of Bruce and Clark when they first meet. Now, if you're Super Friends era person, then you're probably thinking it's probably the, oh, hey, old chum, how are you? No. This one, they're not necessarily friends, but they do come to respect each other. And they know that one another have the other's back. During the production of Superman the Animated Series, we ended up getting a new Batman in Batman Beyond. This 3-season, 52-episode run features Will Friedle voicing Terry McGinnis, with Kevin Conroy coming back as an older, retired Bruce Wayne, kind of in a situation where he is forced to take Terry under his wing and let him become the new Batman. We also have Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. I had a black Blu-ray case and I thought the aesthetics of the artwork looked better with the black Blu-ray case than the blue one that it initially came in, so I swapped out 2 of my movies. This one, the Joker is back in town, and now Terry and Bruce have to find out why. Alright, like the other one, we do have Batman Beyond on Blu-ray. Now, unlike the sentimental value that I have towards Batman the Animated Series, it's not that I don't love Batman Beyond, but some of the special features were not transferred over to Batman Beyond's Blu-ray set. So, I kept the DVDs because I do watch the special features. Also, the pilot for Batman Beyond was structured as a movie. You can get the standalone DVD, Batman Beyond the movie, or if you have the Season 1 box set on DVD, you can actually watch it as the movie. Well, you can't do that on the Blu-ray set. While I do like the Blu-ray set, it's got quite a few things. Don't have that. And I got the special edition of this one because it was 60 something and I had a $20 Best Buy gift card. I was able to get this for $40. Yes. After that, Kevin Conroy went to the Justice League. So I've got Season 1 and Season 2 on Blu-ray. However, both these shows, every episode is a Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 ordeal. And the finale, Star-Crossed, is amazing when you watch it in one sitting. So one of the few times that I did double dip was to get Star-Crossed, the movie, on DVD, where you can watch all 3 episodes of the Justice League finale as one seamless feature. Gotta say, it's pretty nice. After the end of Justice League, Bruce Timm and co. thought that that was the end of the series. And then Warner Brothers like, nah, we want more. So we ended up getting Justice League Unlimited. This has probably my favorite Batman-centric episode. In Season 2, this ran for 3 seasons, 13 episodes each. The Season 2 finale features my favorite Batman-centric episode, which pretty much serves as a finale for both Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond, where Terry finds out that he is actually a clone of Bruce Wayne. But it also has one of the most touching moments with Batman, where one of the members of the Royal Flush Gang is dying, and he's the one that goes in there to sit with this person during their last moments alive. It is one of the best episodes, and Kevin Conroy gives one of his best performances in that one episode alone. While Justice League and Justice League Unlimited were being released, DC put out another superhero cartoon, Static Shock. This ran for 4 seasons, 13 episodes each, for a total of 52 episodes. There are a few episodes where Batman shows up. There is also one Batman Beyond crossover that was really awesome because you see Virgil not only interacting with the older Bruce Wayne, but now having to interact with Terry McGinnis. And while Virgil had a good working relationship with Batman and Bruce Wayne, his working relationship with Terry McGinnis, not so much. I don't remember how many episodes Batman appears in, but every time he shows up, just the interaction between Static and Batman is awesome. And the little subtle hint where Batman kind of lets Virgil know that he's Bruce Wayne was pretty cool. During Justice League Unlimited, DC requested that Justice League limit how many Batman-centric episodes they have because they were putting out a new Batman cartoon to help promote the release of Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, and that being The Batman. So for the record, no, Kevin Conroy does not voice this Batman. It is voiced by Reno Romano. He does alright. Not my favorite Batman, but it is still a good show. Unfortunately, it feels like the show was finally hitting its stride when they ended it. However, Kevin Conroy does appear in an episode where he voices Dick Grayson's dad, the first Robin. Well, only Robin in this one, I believe. So for the current Batman and the legacy Batman being in the same episode, it's pretty cool. (2005) was also when the Batman theatrical films were released for people as a promotional tool for Batman Begins coming out. And one of the ones that we got was the first Batman. Now I know what some of you are thinking. This movie came out before Kevin Conroy ever voiced Batman. Why am I showing off the first Michael Keaton movie? For those that are unaware, Tim Burton initially had plans to feature Robin in his movies. That ultimately did not happen because he felt like he had too many characters already. There is a storyboard special feature where they have some of the stuff with Robin, and Kevin Conroy is voicing Batman in the storyboard special features. I always thought that was a little cool addition, so that is why I wanted to show that one off. After we got the end, sorry for being like right up in there. After the Batman ended, with The Dark Knight being one of the darker Batman movies, DC requested a lighter Batman cartoon, so we ended up with Batman the Brave and the Bold. Once again, no, Kevin Conroy does not voice this Batman. That is Diedrich Bader, who is also voicing Batman in the current Harley Quinn animated series. And no, this and Harley Quinn are not connected whatsoever. That would be a little weird given this is aimed for children and that one's aimed for adults. But Kevin Conroy does make 2 appearances. The critically acclaimed Chill of the Night, one of the few serious episodes in this series. where Batman is having conversations with Phantom Stranger and the Spectre. And here's the part that I really like. Phantom Stranger is voiced by Kevin Conroy and the Spectre is voiced by Mark Hamill. That just adds to the ambiance of that particular episode. Kevin Conroy comes back in another episode where he voices the Batman from Planet X, or in this case, Zur-En-Arrh, where his Batman actually has more in common with Clark Kent on our planet. So even though he's powerless, he's facing more characters like Lex Luthor and Brainiac and stuff like that, even though they have different names. And to those that like the older Batman stuff, the more campy things, I recommend checking this one out. And even if you prefer the more serious stuff, there are some really good gems in this series, especially Chill of the Night, which does feature Kevin Conroy in there. Alright, had to rearrange some stuff. Alright, beginning either 2006 or 2007, DC started doing a series of direct-to-video animated features with various characters from the DC universe. The first in this line was Superman Doomsday, but we are not here to talk Doomsday. We are here to talk Batman Gotham Knights. In this one, Kevin voices Bruce Wayne and Batman in an anthology set with various animation styles changing with each short. Personally, not one of my favorites, but it's still worth a watch. In 2009, I believe, either 08 or 09. Let's see. I think 09. We finally got a Batman movie in the form of Superman Batman Public Enemies, with Batman being voiced by Kevin Conroy, Superman being voiced by Tim Daly, and Lex Luthor being voiced by Clancy Brown. In this one, Lex Luthor becomes the President of the United States and puts a bounty on Superman, with Batman being the only hero backing up Superman. This is one of my favorite animated features in this line. I know it's not everyone's favorite. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's got good action. It's got a bunch of different characters serving a purpose. And it's got a short runtime of 1 hour and 7 minutes. It also has a special feature on there with Kevin Conroy and members of the DC DTV line at the time. And in that particular dinner/interview Q&A thing, Kevin Conroy drops some gems on everyone. One of them even being how he initially did not want to voice Batman in Batman the Animated Series. I highly recommend picking this one up just for the movie and that one special feature alone. The success of that one led to the team making the second in that comic series it's based off of, and that is Apocalypse, which introduces Supergirl, voiced by Summer Glau. Not as good as Public Enemies, but it does tell a decent, cohesive story. And you get Kevin Conroy doing his thing as Batman, and there's even a scene between him and Darkseid where Darkseid thinks that Kevin Conroy's Batman is going to do the unthinkable, and Batman's going to cross a line. The next one to feature Kevin Conroy was Justice League Doom. In this one, a group of villains hack Batman's computer and find out that he has a contingency plan for the members of the Justice League should they ever go rogue or succumb to mind control. This one, even though it is a Justice League movie, Batman's story in it is one of the most Batman things you can think of happening in an animated feature. I highly recommend it just for the Batman story in this one. Next, we have Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox. Flash goes back in time to save his mother, only to find out that the world has gone awry. In this one, Kevin Conroy voices the original timeline's Batman. And the ending scene between Flash and Batman is one of the best scenes ever with Batman. If you have not watched it, you need to watch this one. It's not that long a movie. It is one of the best DC animated movies we've ever had. It is worth a watch. Necessary Evil, Supervillains of DC Comics. This is a documentary that DC put out on one of their anniversaries that features all the villains, obviously. And one of the people that is featured in this one is Kevin Conroy. Obviously with one of the main ones you see on here being the Joker as well as Catwoman. And on the back of this, Bane is featured. So you got a lot of Batman's villains being featured on this one. Next up, Batman Assault on Arkham. This one is the Blu-ray Steelbook, or the French Metal Pack, I should say. I missed out on the Steelbook. And this one being the 4K release that came out around the time of the first Suicide Squad movie. Again, one of the most must-watch movies in the DC animated features. It's primarily a Suicide Squad movie. It takes place in the Arkham universe with all the Arkham video games, where Batman notices something is off when he's checking surveillance at Arkham and goes and finds out that the Suicide Squad is there and Joker is also up to something. The next one is Batman vs. Robin. Gotta be honest, I was a little let down with this because when DC started the New 52, the Court of Owls story is amazing. If you're a comic book reader, you need to read Court of Owls. It is one of the best comic book stories in the past decade. Well, decade plus because it came out in 2011, but you get the point. Now, no. This particular Batman is not Kevin Conroy. That is Jason O'Mara, who I personally think did a good job, but I know he's gotten some mixed responses. In this one, Kevin Conroy voices Thomas Wayne. And it's a nice little nod that we're still getting some of the legacy voice actors in some of the more recent ones at the time. I believe George Newbern even voiced another character in one of the other Justice League movies. So, kind of cool thing. The next one is Batman the Killing Joke. And for anyone wondering, this is a steelbook, but it's only Blu-ray, and that was the 4K. Anyway, not a big fan of this one. This is definitely lower on the list for me when it goes to Kevin Conroy's Batman voice. This is not one of the better ones. Mark Hamill does great, but that's probably about the only good thing I can say on this one. Next up, Batman and Harley Quinn. Again, Blu-ray Steelbook, 4K. In this one, Batman finds out that Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man are up to something, and they bring in Harley Quinn because of her friendship with Poison Ivy. This particular movie takes place before they made Harley and Ivy a thing. For anyone that's wondering why it's just a friendship and not a relationship. And the craziness that happens in this particular movie. And it is sort of set in the DCAU for those that want to check it out for that. And what is possibly the final animated feature with Kevin Conroy is Justice League versus the Fatal Five. This one, I believe, has been confirmed to be DCAU. And it's a story of John Stewart being off planet, and planet Earth now has a new Green Lantern in Jessica Cruz, and a little bit of a connection with the Legion of Superheroes. Like I said, at the time of this is most likely the final time we have Kevin Conroy voicing Batman in a movie. After the success of The Killing Joke, where it did have a limited theatrical run, Warner Brothers wanted a new Justice League cartoon out in time for the 2017 disastrous film. Yes, I am going there. But we ended up with Justice League Action. This only lasted for 52 episodes, but you do have some really good Batman-centric episodes in here. One of the ones I watched just earlier this morning was a nice little crossover between him and Booster Gold, of all characters. It's lighter in tone than the Justice League cartoon that most of us know, but this is still worth checking out. It's got some good episodes, and you get Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill back as the voices of Batman and Joker. In 2019 and 2020, the Arrowverse did their Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event. This was a 5-episode crossover that featured Arrow, Flash, Batwoman, Supergirl, and I believe Legends, because I think this was before Superman and Lois premiered. But I am showing off Batwoman Season 1 because it was this episode that featured Kevin Conroy crossing over into live action, playing the Kingdom Come version of Bruce Wayne. He is now older, he has to use an exosuit to walk, but we find out that he has since crossed the line and has killed other heroes, primarily Superman. This is the only live-action appearance that Kevin Conroy has done as the character. But I gotta say, it was pretty good. That is all of my movies and TV shows featuring Kevin Conroy. However, there's one iconic video game series that he did where him and Mark Hamill voiced Batman and Joker once more. The first one being Arkham Asylum. Yes, I got the special edition because I am that much of a Batman fan. And to any gamers watching this, this is the only video game video you're probably ever going to get because my gaming days are long behind me. But this is the case that the standard game came in. This one is actually a 2-disc set which featured both the video game and a bonus Blu-ray with a bunch of behind-the-scenes featurettes and trailers. And Arkham City. So we got the bonus, we got the Batman statue. Back here is an art book that features the case for the game disc, and then down here is a bunch of the goodies that came with Arkham City. And I will be wrapping it up with some toys. Given I've shown some of this stuff off before, we have the Arkham Asylum Funko Pop, the Justice League Unlimited action figure, the Batman the Animated Series Multiverse action figure released by McFarlane Toys. That is the same Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn. So I wanted to just go on ahead and show off all that stuff because today would have been Kevin Conroy's 67th birthday. So happy birthday to Kevin Conroy, and to all the people that are still mourning the passing of Kevin Conroy. Believe me, I am in the same boat as everyone else. But I thought this would be a nice little video to do in honor of the legend's birthday. So, Kevin Conroy, thank you so much for all of the contributions that you have made as the voice of Batman, and even continuing into other characters. And you will be missed. And that is going to do it for this one. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below. What are some of your favorite Kevin Conroy Batman appearances, or even some of his outside Batman appearances? Obviously, most of us love the animated series, but I'd like to hear some of the other ones that some of you are fans of. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and tune in next time.